Hey, what's going on? Gonna shoot a video for games that I picked up for September. Um, 14 games and one CD. No movies surprisingly. I guess I haven't really been finding very many, I guess is what the deal with that is. But a lot of decent games here. I found Skyrim on Walmart clearance. I would have liked to have gotten this maybe for like 10 or less. Um, but I guess they saw this as being still in demand enough to not make it any cheaper than 15. Um, I have Skyrim on PlayStation 3, but it's like the vanilla version, and I never really put much time into it. Um, but it was just, I guess, kind of a splurge purchase for $15. Um, at Best Buy, I was in there on a Friday one day, and I just was walking around. I had a $5 coupon. And I was going to try to just buy something, and they had this advertised for $7.99, and I literally got this for like $3 with the $5 coupon off. It comes with Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 3, and then the 2016 version of Doom. I'm a little disappointed with this because I did not realize until I looked on the back. A lot of times when I buy a game, I like to just look at the back and see how large of a file size it is and just information that might be displayed on the back. I think that just might be from my days of buying like cardboard versions of games, like especially Nintendo 64. I can remember doing that. But it says on the back that the 3 of the 4 games are digital download. So that kind of stinks. But again, it was $3, and I really like Doom 3. That I have some really good memories with that game. I would have been in college when that came out, and I can just remember playing that in the dorm that I was in, with like the lights off at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. Um, got some limited run games. I haven't gotten very many in a while, mainly because they haven't been. Well, I guess it's not really their fault. It's more of slower production. But I got 2 of the Way Forward games. Switch Force Collection, I have played. I think that's the one game in my system, but I have not played that Mystic Bell game. Switch Force Collection is okay, but you can kind of tell that it is like kind of a budget game. If it wasn't for the like the Way Forward art, it would just be like an average to subpar game. I think. I mean, it's creative, but I don't know. If that was like any more expensive than what I paid, I would have felt like I was ripped off. Ion Fury was a game I got from my base.com website that I like to look at from time to time. Ion Fury is kind of like a Doom clone. Doom and I think Quake is another good example. Some of the first-person shooters from the early 90s on like PC. But I heard good things about this game, and I forget if this got a release in America or not. I'm not sure if I could walk into GameStop and see this. Sometimes it tends to be that way, like the Japan or European versions get released a little bit before America, and then we end up getting something, which is kind of surprising, but sometimes we don't. And then I just got this today in the mail. I bought this off of eBay. This is the PAL version of Earthlock, which is RPG. I wanted to pick this up before it became really hard to find. This is sealed. The European version, PAL version, is like really not expensive at all. I think I paid somewhere around like $14 to $17, free shipping, brand new. So I figured, I might as well get this because I like simple RPGs. Sometimes really complex RPGs I tend to not stick with. But this looks like it has some charm to it, and it'll probably be a game that's not easy to find later down the road. Dead Space 2 and 3. I'm guilty of double dipping on Dead Space. I have Dead Space 1 through 3 on 360. And then last year, I bought the original Dead Space for my PlayStation 3. Got that, beat that, had a lot of fun with it. And then now I just decided to have the series on both systems because they aren't expensive at all. They're really not. I think they were under. I bought them from the same seller who was selling them at the same time, and I think I got them for like basically $15 together. And I like the 360 controller better, but it just kind of gives me an excuse to play them again. Even though like New Game Plus is still fun because I think you can keep building onto your character. Pretty sure how they work for all of the series. But yeah, I've been playing through Dead Space 2, just playing a little bit each night, getting to like a few different save levels and then save points and just stopping. I might be one of the few people that actually like Dead Space 3. Especially like the gun concept of building up your weapon was a really cool idea. The whole series is just really good. I think they would just make a decent amount of money off of like releasing like a trilogy, like re-releasing the series as a trilogy, and they really wouldn't even have to update the graphics all that much because I was playing Dead Space 2 and it still looks pretty good. It's not amazing, but it still holds up, and it's almost 10 years old. I think it came out in 2011. But yeah, Dead Space 2 is really great, and the whole series is good. All right, so I ended up getting Hollow Knight. This is like a different version that comes with DLC, I believe, that's straight from Fangamer. And I guess I have it in the closet, in my storage closet that I use, my shelf. But I have Hollow Knight on the Switch, and I decided that I kind of wanted to play Hollow Knight on my TV, and I paid. It's still available on their website for $30, but I noticed that people are buying them on eBay, and it's definitely creeping up in price. It was going for around $40-$50 just for like a regular version of it. So I knew that was a game that I would like to have like both versions for, or if I had to sell one of them, I probably would sell off the Switch version. I don't know. I feel like my PlayStation 4 collection is still going to be like my thing I'm the most proud of. But I have been buying a lot of Switch games too. At Walmart, I bought this. It was on clearance for $10. Journey to the Savage Planet. Been getting kind of lucky with Walmart clearance games, but the reason why I get lucky with that is they're not advertised. It's not like they have stickers on them. Like it's in the glass and it's advertised as like $29.99. But I just do my research and I use BrickSeek and I use the Walmart app, and I just kind of cross-reference like forums and stuff, and they talk about how like some games are just coming down like in different areas of the country. And so I'll just go into a Walmart that supposedly has certain games I'm looking for. I'll ask an employee to go into the glass and just ask if they could scan to tell me what the price is. Some of them walk around with like little handheld scanners, and they can say, "Hey, this is $10." I'll say, "Good, I'll pick it up." And the same thing with this. Medieval's also $10. So I just went ahead and bought that. I already have a copy of this, but for $10, probably going to keep it sealed and then just hold on to it for who knows how long. I've been kind of doing that in the last like 2-3 years, just picking up games. Like Target had a bunch of sales for 3DS games where I was picking up games for like $5 a piece and just putting them in a shoebox. Um, Maybe try to sell them or trade them down the road. I feel like that's probably it's kind of like a not something I'm ultimately proud of doing, but I think it is probably gonna hold up as an investment later down the road. Like it definitely will be worth more than $10 if it's left sealed. Um, Red Dead Redemption is obviously a game I have on 360, but I like the idea of having like this all-in-one package that's playable on Xbox One. This is something that I've always seen on Walmart, and it's always been like $20. But I found this at a pawn shop, and this was listed at, I think I got it for $9. I took the stickers off and everything, but I actually combined it with this game. So this game and this game were at a pawn shop, and this was listed as almost like $13, and that was listed as like 9 something. And then I just asked the guy if he could give them to me for 20. So basically like 10 and 10. He ended up chipping me on taxes. So it ended up being like 21. Sometimes that pawn shop doesn't do taxes. They just do flat rate. And just tries to, I guess, avoid paying the tax for stuff. But I had this on PlayStation 4, but because this is a top-down action RPG, I figured this would be nice to have to play on the Switch, especially in the coming years if I'm looking for a game to just kind of kill some time, just like a Diablo. But yeah, I liked what I played on PlayStation 4. I just ended up picking it up again. I have a bad habit of doing that, picking up these games that I like just for more than one system. I don't know if that's a bad habit or not, but yeah, here's another one that I did that for. So I have one of my earliest games I bought on my PlayStation 4 was Zombie Army Trilogy, which I think came out in around 2015. I think I bought that game before it even had a PlayStation 4, just because I love that series so much. It came out on Steam, and it's a part of the Sniper Elite series. So if you're not familiar with Rebellion has had a pretty good history with a series called Sniper Elite, and Sniper Elite 2 was really kind of what made it more popular. But then in between Sniper Elite 2 and Sniper Elite 3, they did a spin-off series called Zombie Army, and they released them as single campaigns on Steam PC. And I remember buying at least the first one. I had a computer at the time that could handle it. That was probably around 2012, 2013-ish, somewhere around there. And but anyway, when the newer systems came out, they put them all together into one physical release, and they just called it Zombie Army Trilogy. And it is it's basically like a third-person Left 4 Dead, taking place in World War II, and like the main your main bad guy is like a zombie Hitler, and I forget how they can just keep having multiple games in the series. I forget if he just keeps coming back alive or what it is. It's been a while since I played through this. I've been actually playing this a few before going to bed. But such an amazing series. It's such a guilty pleasure of mine to play that game. It's just like if you do play like Left 4 Dead, World War Z is another one that's like that. That's like I can just probably jump in and keep playing it for like years to come. But it is not an online only game. It is a campaign that you can play from like start to finish. It is really repetitive. Like you just basically go through missions and you just try to get through like safe. Like bases, I forget what they call it. Yeah, safe house. Yeah, and but like everything about it is really good as far as like just being a good third person shooter, and it's just a fun game. But definitely,
try to get it before it becomes really hard to find, because this I got off that base.com website. It was probably around $25 when you do the currency change. But yeah, you probably, I wouldn't be surprised if this was like $20 around Halloween into like Black Friday. But then after this year, it probably is not going to be easy to find. They probably aren't going to print a lot of copies for that game. And then I also got one CD. I haven't really been buying that many CDs. I think I bought 2 other ones a few months ago. But sometimes if I just am not wanting to listen to the news or listen to radio, I'll just have a CD in there. And I don't know. My music taste is pretty wide and pretty old too. I was looking into buying a couple CDs from like the Doors and the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin. I forget if I have any Red Hot Chili Peppers, but like Linkin Park's another one that I have a bunch of their stuff. But anyway, if I can find them for cheap enough, if I'm looking for them to listen to them again, I think I might have paid $5 or $6 for this off of eBay. So for some reason, I'm not really finding as many decent CDs at thrift stores. I don't know why. Like, I find really good movies at thrift stores, but maybe it's just because people didn't take very good care of CDs. That could be it. But anyway, I don't know how much I would actually really honestly collect CDs, but it is nice to just listen to. Actually, I need to be careful of that, because I think my father-in-law bought his car recently and it didn't have a CD player in it, so I'm gonna be screwed then. I'll just have to listen to CDs on a CD player here at my house, or in my shed, I guess, or out in the garage. But anyway, tell me what you think. Tell me which games you like the best out of what I picked up, and tell me what you're playing, what you're looking forward to. As of right now, I have no desire to really buy any of these new systems. I think I would like to wait at least a year or two, hopefully 2, if I can remain disciplined. I just can't keep up with all the games I'm buying. I might play 2 or 3 of them, and then I end up having so many that I just have yet to touch. So I need to really play catch up on what I have purchased. But anyway, I'll close it out. I'll talk to you next time. See ya.